I thought we do it together.
We'll just clap anyway. Are we rolling? Fuck yeah. So welcome back to Talking Shift. We're here with Adam from ReDriven and like super grateful for you to come in and spend your precious time with us. We're just a couple of nuffs in a shed talking shit. And I think that's kind of what's so fun about our place is we get to meet characters like yourself. So
I feel like I've built a channel from doing exactly the same thing. So
running your mouth.
Yeah.
We'll build a business doing that, just talking shift with people.
The waffle, pro wafflers. So assume no one knows who you are.
Sure.
This is really ironic coming from us who are nobodies to
Even though people would know who you are and no idea who we are.
Talk to my mum about what ReDriven is, all right? So if you were to explain it in a nutshell, for those that don't know, please rip in.
So we are I suppose a car review channel and a car advice channel, but we specialise in used cars. Our loose rule is it has to be more than 3 years old for us to feature it, and it can range anywhere from an $800 car through to a $4 million car and everything in between. We do dabble in new car a little bit, but we generally will always compare it to a used example. Or, if you're going to buy a $60,000 new car, what's on the used market for 60 grand? That's, I suppose, it in a nutshell.
As my interpretations from not knowing you personally and how I approached ReDriven initially is I couldn't believe that there wasn't something like it already.
Yeah.
It was kind of dumbfounding to know that no one had said, what's not being serviced is like the used market.
I know why. It's a pain in the ass. It's like, I came from the new car world. So with a new car, you ring whatever company and you ask for a press card and you get a press card, easy. With us, when we first started, it was literally either me flipping cars, buying and selling. Every member of my family and friends have lent us cars. And we're so fortunate now that, we've got a good bunch of fans, and most of the cars we feature are now from fans. Like probably 90% of the cars we feature are from people volunteering their cars after seeing videos. But the reason I don't think it has happened before, it's so hard to get your hands on a car. It's also the amount of research. When you do a new car, you get a press release, you get flown to some beautiful location and fed, and you get to sleep in amazing accommodation. Instead, with us, we just spend hours trawling owners groups and forums, speaking to technicians for that particular model of car. It's so much research because with a new car, you have a warranty. And let's be honest, all new cars are pretty good. With a used car, once it's out of warranty, that's when you start having problems. That's when, you are suddenly spending big money on everything from an indicator or a headlight through to an entire gearbox or engine. So our whole thing was how do we help consumers not make stupid financial decisions? Because I've seen so many of my friends get burnt by terrible used cars.
That's it. And I think, again, not knowing you before, and how it felt initially it was almost like a public service announcement. Yeah. You're like, I'm here to help you not get screwed over. In a world where very few people are actually out to help one another in this sort of trade. But most people need a car.
Yep.
Everyone needs a car in Australia. Everyone's got a car.
Yep.
And most people aren't able to get in on the new market. Yep. Maybe they shouldn't get in on the new market, or they're leasing out of their eyeballs to try and get into something that they think they should have.
Yeah.
And they're not necessarily don't have the right financial advice or the right mechanical advice, And I think what's really lovely getting to know you is that you care deeply about people.
Oh yeah.
You have a real kind of philosophical heart and mind, and that's rare to see that kind of convert into something so practical.
Yeah, and even through to the point. Thank you. That's lovely.
I mean it.
Even to the point that when we first started, I suppose, getting some growth and momentum, we received a lot of emails from VPNs or teeth whitening companies or whatever it was to advertise on the channel, and we just said no. Like everything we advertise and promote has to be beneficial to our consumers, but also it has to be stuff we genuinely believe in. There was a great story of a company that sent us like a OBD reader, and they sent us a couple of them. And we tested them for about a month and they were terrible. We tried them on different cars and they were inconsistent and just shockingly bad. So we sent them back and said, look, thanks so much for the offer. And it was a pretty lucrative offer, but it didn't really work for us. Yeah. And they just came back going, well, what if we double the offer? Well, it wasn't double the offer, but what if we give you more money? And I was like, no, you're missing the point. Yeah, that's really lucrative, but I'm not going to get behind a product that I don't truly believe in myself. And the whole channel, all of ReDriven is based around how do we help consumers, genuinely help them. It's we try to cut through as much of the marketing hype with premium brands as we can. And I think, maybe we're one of the only channels that actually does that, which I'm super proud of.
I think it's great that helping people is the core, but a huge secondary benefit to what you do is actually helping the environment.
Yep.
So in a world of just disposable everything, commercialism, just buy whatever we can, throw the old one away, which is becoming more and more common in cars. You look at EVs, they're becoming more disposable. The flooding of the really cheap brand new car market that's sort of popping up. These old cars need to be reused, parts replaced, and they'll get another whole life cycle out of these vehicles.
We're actually researching a video at the moment regarding the new car industry and just where it's going, because it is shifting so much. And, we have the governing bodies and government and legislation, saying that they want more environmentally friendly cars and whatnot, and car companies promoting themselves as being environmentally friendly, which is complete bullshit. Because if any of these companies or governments really wanted environmental benefits, they'd make all cars easy to fix, easy to maintain. They'd be upgradable very simply. You shouldn't have to go, at the end of this lease period, I've now got to flip it into another EV or another new car because the latest Apple CarPlay update doesn't work in this one. Yes. That's complete crap. The best thing you can do for the environment is buy a used hybrid, ideally like a Lexus or a Toyota, because the parts are cheap, they never break down, they go forever. Yeah. And you're recycling a car, because recycling is always going to be better.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And those cars are built with integrity as well.
Yeah.
Like, the manufacturers are behind it doing the right thing.
Yeah.
It's one of the few going around.
As somebody that went into ReDriven, I've always respected Lexus and Toyota. I've never been a fan. And all the cars I loved before ReDriven were, M BMWs and AMGs and RS Audis and Porsches and whatnot. And then through this few years, I now can't help but really like Toyota and Lexus, because when I research that stuff, I struggle to find anything wrong with
anything
them.
better.
But then you go and look at a $200,000 S-Class or something, and it's riddled with issues. Yeah. And you're like, what is going on?
And someone's going to get stuck with that.
Yep.
Someone's going to lose love with it and burn it, and it's going to go eating a pile of shit in the gutter.
It's going to depreciate
all
the way down to the bottom.
Massively. And I really feel for young people out there that go, hang on a sec, this C-Class that was 120 grand new, that's only 30 grand now. I'm going to take out a $30,000 loan. Yeah, but it's going to depreciate even more. The cost of repairs and maintenance are going to be outrageous. It probably will break down. Yeah. So we do what we can to, even in terms of trying to change around the image around cars, to go, you know what, if you've got a $10,000 deposit, maybe don't go and get a $20,000 or $30,000 loan. Just get a really cool $10,000 car. And then you're not in any debt, and you get something solid and that you can make your own and live with that. Have it for 15, 20 years and customize it to the way you want it to be, and have it be a representation of you. Don't just buy the latest, greatest new thing because it's flashy.
Yeah. We got to be careful with how much I talk about Toyota on this thing, because every episode I'm like, how could Toyota?
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And the same with the conversations that happen back in here. You just go, man, they're so ahead of it. They've always been ahead of the curve. Yeah. And it's not sexy.
No.
Toyota's never been sexy.
Your parents have just bought a Toyota?
My parents, we touched on this before, have rammed Honda and Toyota into me.
Yeah.
And I resisted it as a kid because I'm like,
whatever.
What?
Yeah.
I want the 964. I want that. The NSX was pretty shattering at the time.
Yeah.
I could get that. But you always want kind of what you think you want.
Yeah.
And the more you're around all these lovely, lovely things, you go, geez, there's something nice about a car that starts every single time.
Yeah.
And then when you got to go and do plugs or brakes or something, you go, I'm not going to get reamed.
No. I think it's funny as well. Somebody mentioned to me the other day, they said what they love about the channel is it's sort of the behind the scenes of the car industry. And I'm a massive fan of behind the scenes. Like I've enjoyed more behind the scenes documentaries than I have the movies it's been about.
Interesting.
And I think, especially even from my own perspective now, seeing how car companies work and seeing, the mechanical aspects of it and the engineering and just small things. We have Jim, we have a resident mechanic on the channel, and he's been in the trade for 35 years. And he's shown me like two brackets, that hold a water pump on, and the Toyota Lexus one is beautifully engineered and it's all cast and it's got reinforcement bits. And then you look at the Audi one and it's the cheapest, crappiest plastic ever. And after 100 heat cycles, it's going to snap.
Yep.
And then something else is going to fall apart. And you're like, but how is this car that is 20 years old, how is it built so much stronger than this brand new Audi or brand new insert car here? It's nuts.
It goes into the whole conversation of commercialization and capitalization of
Designed obsolescence.
design obsolescence. Someone was talking about the light bulb. Who's behind the light bulb?
Edison.
Edison.
Yeah.
His light bulbs are still working.
Yeah.
The original ones.
Yeah,
The original ones are still
epic.
working, and then it was the light bulb manufacturers are like,
Yeah. Goodyear developed a tire that doesn't wear out. And they have the patent on it from the world, but they'll never release it.
Can't
because
release it.
that'll be the end of the
Bad
tire
for business,
industry.
yeah.
yeah.
so
Really
irritating.
bad for business.
But that's what's, again, going back to ReDriven's core is it's just honourable.
Jeez,
Like,
man.
and if you do something with the right why and the right vision and you stick to your why, everything kind of falls in line. And you've probably watched money kind of flutter past you.
Oh yeah.
in the name of like, it's not us.
Man, oh dude, like we have that conversation a lot. Like it's funny, I look at the new car industry and new car channels and whatnot, and some of my closest friends, you know, Maddie at Car Source and Jacob at Car Source and Drunk at Ogan and Matty Campbell at The Right Car, absolute legends, you know, I love those guys. And I see the opportunities that present themselves in the new car world because OEMs have a lot of money, but we don't see any of that. They hate, most manufacturers hate us. Or I assume hate us, I've heard on the grapevine. And fair enough.
Never been told to your face.
I understand. So, yeah, we play a very long game, and I do believe that if your intention is right and you are helping I suppose it's the greater good, isn't it? If you're helping more consumers, then more consumers have trust in you and your brand. Yeah. And we are so like hell bent on just helping people, whereas I feel, and my bank balance shows it, we're not hell bent on making money because we're not. Like, you know, we ran at a loss for, you know, a number of years. It was so fortunate that my day job was in music. Yeah. So I played Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights, and I had all week free. Sam did freelance, you know, videography work. So he had days free. Yeah. If we had a 9 to 5 or a family, there's no way this would have happened because this has cost us a lot.
But it'll work.
Yeah.
And it is.
And it is, yeah. That's amazing.
I think that's what's really cool is you do have to keep your gaze on the prize.
Yeah.
And we're in the right direction. Like I just checked before, you're up to 400K.
Yeah.
Jesus. Wow.
Yeah, it's a few million views a month, and it's I can't remember honestly, I don't look at the numbers.
Sure.
But
because they don't translate to dollars anymore. Not on.
Look,
on
the business more than pays for itself. Yeah. So we're doing okay, but we're certainly not like, we're not like, you know,
YouTube.
The HRV looks really good.
I turned up. My company car is a $2,000 1999 Honda HRV.
Mate, but that thing was sick.
That's on the way up too.
Yeah.
We saw it come in and we were like, damn, can we get rid of this car and put it here? It'd be mad.
So yeah, it's I'm super proud of it. Like I remember when we first started. Remember Sam's my offsider in the business. He's the genius behind the camera. And we remember saying like, imagine if we got like 100,000 views and like 10,000 subs. And I remember getting 1,000 subs going like, I don't know 1,000 people. This is nuts. And then you look at the numbers now, and we're small fry compared to your Mighty Car Mods and those channels. And still completely admire those guys. But it is bizarre. It's bizarre the way it's evolved and the
But niches
views
work too.
Yeah.
And it's big for Australia. Like, there's not a lot of big Aussie automotive YouTube channels that do it really well. And you're at the pointy end of that.
Well, it's also finding a point of difference was really important for us. Because like when we first started, we had a bunch of ideas. Honestly, there were probably a dozen ideas Sam and I were looking at doing. And a lot of them not in cars at all. And we kind of looked at Mighty Car Mods and went, okay, well, we're not going to do build videos on mods because no one does it better than Mighty Car Mods. Those guys are amazing. We looked at, Car Expert and Drive and a lot of the new car channels going, well, like Paul Marek does a phenomenal job with Car Expert. Like, well, there's no point in doing new cars because he's kind of nailed that, as has Matty Brand, as has, Matty Campbell and John Cadogan. And back to your point originally, we're going, like, what? Used cars, it means we don't have to play the political games with car companies. So it means we don't have to say nice things because we don't care if we don't get invited to another press launch or don't get a press car. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. All the interesting stuff happens when the car's out of warranty. All the really crazy expenses come in. This is like an exciting area. Yeah. And because we don't have to worry about fallout from car companies and not getting invited to a press launch, we can say whatever we want, which means we can make it really funny. We can really focus on the humor side of it. And be genuine on camera. I honestly, it's so fortunate now after making new car content. It's so nice to go, I just don't care what this car
It's
company
liberating.
thinks. I don't care. Yeah. If they should be getting it right. There's a couple of brands that I go, you are really, like, as a fan of the brand, I am so disappointed in you. It's like being a fan of a sporting team that loses all the time. It's like, guys, get it together.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I've got friends that'll share videos of you reviewing like something obscure. That's like that 2000 GT, that that Mitsubishi, and there are enough dorks that sit on the internet wanting to know about that.
Yeah.
So you kind of are able to capture a big part of that automotive content market as well as the informative side of things as well. So there's that lovely balance of like entertainment and servicing enthusiasts through to mum and dad who need a new Santa Fe, an old Santa Fe, and they don't want a new one. And I think it's you're covering a lot of bases as well. So you're servicing like middle Australia.
Yeah, which is huge.
It's the biggest market.
Well, used cars are, I think, I haven't again looked at the figures, but there was a point where it was, more than 3 times the size of the new car market.
Yes.
And also when you look at, when you're buying a used car, generally, you might be a little bit more cautious of what you're spending. And again, it's like, how do we help these people? Yeah. How do we, again, going back to what I said before, I've just seen so many friends make horrific decisions. I've made terrible decisions. I've bought
we all have.
I've bought some absolutely shit cars.
And that's what's so great. I remember the cheat sheets that came out.
Yep.
The cheat sheets, just pros and cons of weird and wonderful stuff that you go, I needed to know about that. Like a Mazda 2 or an Abarth or like...
Teach it in school, high school.
Yeah.
But it's kids at 18.
One page of like, don't fuck it up. This is what this is how to survive.
That came from me. I literally used to handwrite them for friends. I had a mate of mine, Paul, that was buying I think it was his daughter, a Subaru Liberty. And it was like, looking at this Liberty or an Outback. And I just wrote out, okay, here's the good things, here's the bad things. Don't buy this one. They do rear wheel bearings. If it's the CVT, don't buy that. And I just wrote it all down. And that was the genesis of a cheat sheet, just going, well, why doesn't this exist for every car?
You can make an informed decision, whether it's a risky decision or not. At least you kind of have some information up your sleeve.
Yeah.
Yeah, because car behind your house is your second most expensive purchase in your life.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you need all this information to make sure you spend that hard-earned cash well.
It's also, you've brought up a great point. It's also with a house, you buy the house you can afford, but the car you buy sort of represents you in a way, because it's an amount of money that you can pick and choose what you want. And that's why we cop a lot of abuse, because we're the guys going, this car's shit. And a lot of people will take that as, you're calling me shit. And so, no,
I drive that car.
Just because your car represents who you are, we're not having a go at you, but a lot of people do take it very, very personally. We've copped a lot of hate.
Yeah. But like, I think that's what's lovely about the car is it can be such a, like, what sort of shoes do you like to wear? Like, it's real flavour that you're able to identify yourself as. And it probably comes down to, again, like a capitalist kind of like, this is me, I'm a X or Y.
Yeah.
For better or worse. But that's kind of what I love about a car is you, like, HRV, that's so you.
Oh, cheers, man. I don't know if there's a compliment or
not.
No,
but like, it's like
style,
humble, hardworking, like quirky and style. Like you know what I mean? Like it's what's so cool about it. But there is this traps of like, wow, I've had that car for 3 years and the warranty's nearly up. I better get the other one. So the warranty is
like who drives an AMG?
Yeah.
Real estate agents.
Are we going to go there? Like, let's not play the who's who game.
but you know, like
Or the 43 AMGs. That's even better game.
Yeah.
But you're right though. It's like this spending thing.
Yeah.
We just got to think a little bit
as we
harder.
sit here surrounded by all these cars.
Oh yeah, like.
But I think there's a difference where
calling the kettle black hero.
No, but I think it's like if it brings you. I heard actually Sam brought up this. We heard it on a podcast, funnily enough, which was, and I'll ask you guys this question. So let's say that GT2 RS there, or really any of these cars, right? Yeah. Say you bought that car. Would you still buy that car if there was no way that you could ever tell anyone you bought it? So
the best question to ask.
This came about
Such
festivals.
a good
This came about music festivals. There's a couple of I go to Glastonbury every year.
We'll touch on that.
But like Morgan, my girlfriend, and I, we don't share photos of it. We don't post anything about it. We very rarely tell anyone about it. But then there are other festivals that I have friends go to that are like, oh, I have to post about this. And it actually came from festivals. If you could not tell anyone you were going there, you couldn't share on Instagram. Like Instagram didn't exist, Facebook didn't exist. Would you still go to the festival? And it's the same with these cars. I wonder how many people would still buy their Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche, or whatever it is, if there's no way they could ever tell anyone that they owned it. And I think those people exist.
That's a problematic question, that one.
Well, we've got a lot of, I think our audience in here is, we love them obviously because they're all really good people, and I'm not even just blowing smoke up their ass if they hear this. But
Fortunate
we've
customers.
got really amazing people in here who buy and collect and then have problems with space and they want more, and they want more.
Yeah.
But they're keeping them here where we're pretty discreet, we're pretty closed off. We don't say a whole lot about, we certainly don't say this is Gary's Falcon.
Yeah.
Like that's just not our game. But they buy them for themselves.
Yeah.
Whether they drive them or not, whether it's right or wrong, they don't buy it to go, here's me and my cars, which is kind of cool to be around these people who are inherently successful and are all really humble, hardworking people at the same time as well.
And you know what? It's something that we have to remember, and Jim and I, our mechanic and I, always remind ourselves of this all the time because we get to drive and experience so many cars. And I've driven, everything from McLarens to my HRV. Because the brand appeal is completely lost on me, and it's lost on Jim as well. So if I see a Bentley or a McLaren or a Toyota, I just don't care. But we have to remind ourselves that for some people, they've worked their asses off, they've got themselves in a financial position where they can finally buy their dream car, which has always been an M3 or a C63, whatever it is. They can park that in their garage, and that is important, and that does bring real value to their lives. So that I think we always need to respect because there is that level of it. But you're right, there is also the other side where it's just like, I've got money, I want to show off because I've got no self-esteem, or I've got major personality issues, and I'm going to try to put that through a car to hopefully people will like me.
Yeah, you would hope that the people that do show their cars off do it for the enjoyment of others, one.
Yep.
So these rare cars, a lot of people don't get to experience them or see them and show it. Like, that's why car spotting on TikTok's so big because people want to see these things because they're these mythical objects that they can never ever touch and feel themselves.
But this very conversation even leads into like the whole tall poppy situation in Australia, and I don't know in New Zealand as well, of like we're just so quick to cut everyone down, and that's why I'm so conscious not to like judge anyone on their decisions on how they want to use their car, what they want to, who they want to be in their car. Essentially, you got to let people run their race, but we've got to be careful of not cutting anyone down.
Yeah, exactly.
Let
100%. We did a Ferrari 360, and I've never copped as much hate as I have. I've driven a Lamborghini Aventador, and that copped a lot of hate. But
So out on the road in public?
Yeah. In this Ferrari 360, I had a lady mouth wanker at me. I had a couple of guys give me the finger.
Were you driving like a wanker?
No, I was very specifically at the speed limit, not doing anything too crazy, just be cool. And it copped so much hate. And it was really disappointing because it's like, well, you don't know my situation. The guy that owned that car grew up in housing commission, worked his ass off to build up a successful business, and totally self-made, and the sweetest guy, like absolute legend, and he just wanted a red Ferrari. Unfortunately, but there are those that ruin it for the good people. There are those out there that are not that we should be judging what the right and wrong of buying a car is, but then if you drive like a complete dickhead, if you're doing an 80 in a 50 zone past a school.
Yeah. What's the most notoriously poorly driven car on the road?
At the moment, Ford Ranger.
It's a universal response.
It's nuts.
And I don't,
really?
Oh, I do.
You wouldn't have said that? Because he drives an F250.
Okay, I drive.
Not a lot of people get angry.
I drive to Newcastle at least once a week because we film at Jim's workshop most Tuesday nights. So I'm up and back Tuesday arvo, back Tuesday night. But we film up there all the time. My folks live up there. My girlfriend and my friends live up there. So I do the freeway all the time. And I've mentally kept the track. It's 100% Ford Ranger, Raptors especially.
Yep.
But number two, very close second is a Toyota Hilux.
Wow.
It's like, that is not a performance car. Okay, Ranger, the Raptor sort of is.
Yeah.
But if it's a dual cab full of tools, just chill.
You would have said that same thing. Did you tee that answer up?
No, that's what
You
we're just
hate Ranger
savants.
drivers.
I'm not a hater.
Dislike?
I've been like swerve checked.
Yep.
Like obviously tailgated. I drive a tiny car. I've always driven tiny cars, so I'm not worried about being muscled around on the road. Like I do not care. But I spend a lot of time on freeways.
Yep.
And it is so common.
We're literally shooting a video next Saturday, which will tackle that. So yeah.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah. I'm hoping it gets shared, not because of popularity. I want to make a social difference to make these wankers
So
realize.
is it the car or driver or the
you know what?
car that attracts the driver or
It's a
the
setting.
driver that
It's a
attracts
setting.
the car?
It's a driver setting. Just
You know what it is? Okay, I'm going to talk. The best analogy I've got for this is music. So I played drums for 30 years for a living. And if I sit behind a particular drum kit, it makes you play
Sure.
a certain way. I've got like a 1960s like vintage kit, and I play really differently on that than I do on my new kit. And I think when you get in a Ranger or a Hilux, and especially like a Ram 1500 or F-150, any of that, there's a persona that the car, I suppose,
Yeah.
encourages out of you. We filmed a GMC 2500, and the guy that owned it, who's an absolute legend, and he doesn't tow with it. Nothing's ever been in the back. He literally texted me going, "Dude, eviscerate me and call me a wanker because I literally bought this to drive past cafes in. That's the sort of person I am." And he owns it, which is great.
Fair enough.
And he's like, have you driven something like this? I'm like, no, I've driven like Ram 1500s and whatnot, but nothing this big. And he's like, it'll do things to you. I'm like, nah, man. Like I drive a Fiesta ST and a HRV. I like little cars.
Yeah.
Within 10 minutes, I'm like,
tailgating.
yeah, but I was like, I could build a shed.
Yeah.
I could do I'm not a masculine guy, and I could suddenly do masculine things. And it made me feel tough. And then I found, I was like, yeah, I'll just tailgate this person, or I'll cut through here. But you
Or over
feel
that
invincible.
curb. Yeah.
In a 4.5 ton car.
I did. I went to pick up kebabs in your F250 yesterday. And I was
did that
like,
feel?
"Jeez, it's nice to be up here."
Yeah, it is.
You've been talking a lot about music.
Yes.
Obviously, being a musician yourself,
Yep.
I know that you were at Goodwood earlier this year as well as Glastonbury.
Yeah.
That's a big double header.
We bookmarked the trip. So it was about 3 days in Paris. My best mate lives in Amsterdam. So he flew over, and he and his girlfriend Daisy are in in Paris all the time. So to get some local knowledge in Paris was amazing.
Yep.
And it was so great to see him. So yeah, then Glasgow, 10 days in Portugal, Goodwood Festival of Speed, straight home.
Yeah.
Trip home was interesting. I had some flight delays, and my from getting to Heathrow to walking in my front door was 114 hours.
That's a lot of delays.
Are you okay?
Oh, I don't know. yeah.
Never leaving the country again.
No, yeah, we lived in Heathrow for a couple of days, and then I got stuck in. My girlfriend, she managed to get home, but I got stuck in Singapore for 3.5 days.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, plane broke, and there were no other planes. So yeah, it was wild. But that was the only negative. It wasn't that much of a negative, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and Glasgow. Oh my God, you've got to do it. Like, I hate festivals and I hate crowds. It's 250,000 people.
When did you start hating festivals?
Working at them. Yeah.
Was it like 2009?
No. Oh, what was the first festival gig I did? Probably 2000, 2001. I'm old.
Yeah.
So
that's okay.
I'm old.
Yeah. So no, yeah, probably early 2000s I started playing them. And backstage is cool, but I don't know. It's a weird vibe festival.
Changed so much. Again, it goes back to like the whole, what happened when phones started getting involved?
Yeah.
What happened when social started getting involved? People started going for the wrong reasons. People started telling you, "Oh, I was there wearing this, looking like this." And it's like, but who did you like the artist? Who are you going to see? Like, I remember distinctly there was a period of time where you're like, the crowd's changing a lot.
Yeah.
And it's all getting a bit
So
iffy
Glasgow doesn't do that. Glassow's really interesting. It's the first time I went, I nearly didn't go. Morgan was like, "You've got to go. You've got to go." I'm like, nah, crowds.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was like, no. She's sacrificed so much for ReDriven to happen. So I'm like, no, let's go because you've been so excited about this. And a lot of my friends raved about it, and friends that also don't like festivals like, no, you don't understand. It's not normal. And it is not normal. It is honestly in the top 3 or 4 things I've ever done in my life.
Jeez.
It is.
Tall, yeah.
It is. After the first one, I was on like a natural high for probably 6 months after, because the amount of camaraderie and respect at that festival is like nothing I've ever seen.
That's mad.
But we're also talking something like 200 stages. Like it's 250,000 people. When it's on, it's the largest population centre in the southwest of the UK. While it's on,
Yep.
The infrastructure is incredible.
Off its head.
It's such a great festival.
Well, and it's amazing how it's kind of just piggybacked, or either one's piggybacked off of Goodwood as well, which is kind of like car mecca, right? Like
that was also
everyone wants to
Goodwood.
go to Goodwood. I don't care
was
who you are or
amazing.
where you're from. Like everyone wants a taste of that.
Yeah.
Whether it's a revival or Festival of Speed or this
It's
and that. But
huge.
yeah.
Again, like first Glastonbury, you can't fathom the size until you're there. Like I didn't know that could exist, and you're just going, this is a literal city, and it is insane. And then Goodwood's the same. You get to Goodwood, we only really had sort of 3/4 of a day, and just because of flights and whatnot, so we weren't there for long. And I was like, you need 3 days. You need 3 days. There was a whole section we just couldn't get to because it was just too much to take in. And it's mentally exhausting because like my dream car is a McLaren F1, right? I've never seen one in my life. And when I saw 2 next to each other.
Yeah, mind blowing.
They're going cheap.
And then by the end of the day, I'd seen 8.
Jeez,
And like, one was a long tail, one was an LM, you know, it was just like, I've gone, you know, this many years with never seeing one. Now I've seen 8 of them in one place.
One of our clients we're talking to him yesterday, and he'd taken a car over there to quite a significant historic racing car, and it was driven up the hill. And I was like, "What was it like?" He was like, "I was just in the driver's section the whole time, and like all my heroes, childhood heroes, were just hanging out, and then the cars were all there. All these things that are like Grail things.
Yeah,
it's the Europe effect. It's this massive continent." Where everything happens as far as, you know, all the OEMs are there and all the teams are over there. And we're just a little island in the Pacific. Like,
Will we ever see anything like that in Australia, do you think?
I don't.
No,
Being a sort of a leader in the car culture community, like, can we ever get to that level?
I don't think so, because I just don't think Australia has, the finances or the depth of finance in terms of the population. There was a guy I caught up with a really great friend of mine, Joe Achilles, great YouTube guy, absolute legend. Caught up with him there, and I was saying, I saw a McLaren F1. He was like, "Oh, was it this number plate?" And yeah, he goes, "It's my mate's car." I'm like, "No way, he's got an F1." He goes, "Oh, also his P1's here. He's got a W1 order. His F40 and F50 are over in the Ferraris." I'm like, "What?" Like, this one guy. I'm like, "What's the story?" He's like, "He's just a really lovely guy. It's like, I don't know if it's like generational wealth or where it came from." But it's, Goodwood is very much like Glastonbury in the sense that, again, the respect and camaraderie. But you can have literally a $5,000, I don't know, insert car here next to a $40 million McLaren, but they're both getting equal amounts of respect and love, which is incredible. Will we see it here? I don't know. I'd love to see something along those lines. I think Time Attack does a bloody good job. Time Attack's got that kind of vibe where there doesn't seem to be a hierarchy of, oh, well, I've got this car and you've only got that car. There doesn't seem to be that at Time Attack. And that's one of the most impressive Aussie things that I've been to.
We have had a few quite cool car events out the front. We haven't had one for a while. But yeah, we're pretty proud that we get a really unique mix of cars as well.
That's grassroots stuff though too, as well.
Yes.
Like, but that's what's, I think, the nicest thing about it. But there's that middle ground between grassroots and Goodwood. I don't know how you fill that gap.
We this year we really, actually something I want to talk to you about, really want to do more community stuff. Like, it's actually part of the reason that we've got the HRV and it's all Stick It Up, because we want to start doing like cars and coffee, but with a bit of a different twist on it. So because I join so many owners groups for research for cars, so I'm in all of the owners groups for literally every car we film. There's like 600 cars.
It must be messy.
It's nuts. Facebook, the guys at Meta are going, what is going on?
Who are you?
What do I send this guy in terms of advertising? So yeah, we'd love to do some kind of cars and coffee event. The All Jap Day in Newcastle is really incredibly well run, and that's a really good example because you'll have like an NSX, but then you'll have some dude in his 2004 Yaris. But there's an equal celebration. So we want to do a cars and coffee sort of event, but invite the Ferrari Club in New South Wales, but then also the Datsun Owners Club and everything in between to try to have that Goodwood kind of camaraderie.
Yes.
I'd love to be involved in something like that.
It's a lot of coordinating and a lot of logistics and no money in it, and
it's for the love.
It's for the love, and that's the only reason we don't do enough, because we're spread thin.
Well, we're the same. Like,
same deal.
We make videos.
Just got to put it in the calendar, man.
Yeah,
that's all you can do. Create an event, put it in the calendar, try and pull it together, and hope for the best. But I think there's Canberra Festival of Speed, Adelaide.
That one's
Festival
amazing.
of Speed.
I haven't done that.
They're happening.
Noosa's pretty big.
Noosa Concours, and that I love that one in particular because it's for everybody. It's ticketless, and it's the Hastings Street is heaving. You can't fit anyone on that road anymore. So they may meet that point where they can't continue to have it ticketless anymore when it gets so good and so much amazing stuff shows up. There's going to be that organic, that natural kind of, we need to figure this out, and kind of a logistics side of thing as well. And
there's a definite
boring stuff.
No. I think there's a different market for it, because it's funny with social media. I feel like everyone's kind of spreading out, and religion's kind of not becoming unpopular, but the numbers of people going to church is less and less all the time. So I think as humans, we're trying to find our communities, and I think car culture. Magnus Walker said it on an interview recently that car culture has never been better than it is right now. It's never been stronger. And definitely in LA and what I saw in Goodwood, there's so much to it. Like Goodwood have never done numbers like they're doing now. A lot of the car festivals around the world are doing record numbers. So I think, to do something in Australia, even if you toured it, even if you did like a big day out style thing, but you just did, Brizzy, Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne, Adelaide, Perth, Darwin, and just try to do some, Hobart, shouldn't lift Hobart up.
Poor Tassie.
It'd be, I'd love to be involved in something like that. And I think there are sponsors out there. We've got great sponsors on the channel, and I think they'd be enthusiastic to get behind something of that nature. But it's the first one's going to be the challenge.
Essentially, got to put your money where your mouth is, or your time where your mouth is. And hope for the best. But
exactly.
I'm hopeful too, and I think I want to hold out hope for the next generation having interest in cars as well.
Yeah,
and all cars, not just the new shiny fast stuff.
Yeah,
and I think the hypercars and all that sort of stuff is beyond the intention of them.
Yeah,
it's more like trying to catch Pokemon now than actually like enjoying the car. It's like this kind of unobtainium sort of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas the 2RSs and the GT3s and that they're poster cars now.
Yeah.
I think the hypercar thing it's just so niche and so run away.
Yeah, it's like having a Picasso on your wall. It's like if you're an art fan, it's amazing to see a Picasso or a Jackson Pollock or something or a Rothko. That's amazing, but they're so out of reach of anyone. Yeah. And I think the hypercar stuff, like I'd never seen a Pagani. There's a Pagani Utopia at Goodwood, and like that's a $5 million car, and you go, I can never justify that until you see one. And then you look at the engineering and the build quality, and like I got super up close, and I'm like, I've never seen anything like this. I didn't know this level of engineering even existed. I did, and you kind of go, I do see $5 million. And I think there is the Koenigsegg's and that kind of stuff. I go, that level, it's the rock stars of cars, and we shouldn't be exposed to them all the time. They should be these fleeting comets through the air that you go, oh my God, look at that. And it excites the market. But then at the same time, I think there should also be the celebrations of how great a 1.5 litre Gen 1 Jazz is.
Yeah.
Like that is a cracking great car. We filmed one recently.
Just drive the thing. And I think that's any car person likes driving. I like driving. Like that's my happy place. But often the shitter the car, the more fun I have.
Absolutely.
Because you're not fussing and worrying. And I've driven like really lovely, expensive, special stuff. And I get like, you can't relax in them.
Different experience.
You can't. It's too much car for the road.
Yeah.
And so I've fallen in love with like low capacity shit boxes.
Yeah.
Like wring its neck. Like DJ who's filming, like he went out and got himself a Swift Sport.
Oh, cracking car.
That is
such a car.
Again, we've got to stop talking about Swift Sports and Toyotas.
It's so good. But you know what? Coming back to your point before about in terms of like, hopefully, younger market get more involved in, like, I suppose, less tech in cars.
Yeah.
Something, again, we're doing research at the moment on a video that's coming up in a little while. And we're starting to see, in the same way that in photography, like film's selling again, CD sales are going up because there's a tactility to this stuff.
Yes.
And I think with cars, we're getting to a point where you've got a generation of people that have never felt the clunk of a mechanical air conditioning switch, or they've never felt a wind-up window in their hand.
Handbrake.
A handbrake. So I think we're going to start seeing these people, there's a generation that might be, let's say now 15 years old, and then they get into their 20s and they're going to go, oh my God, like when I turn the air conditioning on, I can feel like a machine behind this. It's like I'm twisting knobs and goes kunk, kunk, and like I'm sliding these mechanical switches. There's a real fascination in that tactility. So I do think we're going to suddenly see a bit of a return. I don't know if manufacturers will do it because of legislation with safety and whatnot, but I think, there'll be a bit of a celebration of like old Camrys and anything that's got like mechanical and tactile operations. I think we're going to see a comeback.
I reckon they're safer than the modern cars with a giant screen.
Oh yeah.
Like to put the temperature up on your car, it takes you 4 buttons to get there.
Dude, a study came out recently, and again, we've got this in another video. Have a guess what one of the biggest attributes to road deaths are at the moment.
Trying to figure out how to use your infotainment system.
Apple CarPlay.
Yeah.
Apple CarPlay is now responsible for, I can't remember exactly, so don't quote me on it, but compared to speeding, drink driving, tiredness, Apple CarPlay use is now one of the big killers.
Just distraction. Trying to use while driving.
Yep. Like,
Insane.
Euro NCAP is going back to saying that all, I don't know if it's passed through yet, but the suggestion is that for a car to have a full 5-star NCAP rating, you've got to have tactile controls for your main use things, volume, air conditioning, like indicators. You've got to have a button that you can actually feel rather than going, how do I turn
Interesting.
yeah.
So they'll knock a star off if you're full haptic.
Yep. Yeah. So, and also the haptic stuff doesn't last. So Justin was explaining this to me. So on a lot of the haptic feedback stuff, that system, it just wears down with use. So you get to a point where you won't be able to turn your volume up and down or your heat up and down because that button will
The
just stop
vibrator
working.
on my phone stopped working.
Yeah, wow.
Like it will not vibrate, so I'd have to listen out for the stupid thing now, which kills me. But I'm like, I rely on the buzz. But I think Ferrari is scaling back on their haptic as well. I think they had a lot of things, and everyone started shaking their feet. Like the Roma is mostly haptic. This new one that they brought out, don't care. Has it has knobs. That's like the upgrade. They're like, hey, here's this model that looks just like the Roma.
Yeah.
Pay more for the knobs.
You got knobs.
I think the reason we have a lot of the tech is, I think there's a bunch of reasons. Number one is I would assume it's cheaper to make a software update on a bit of plastic than it is to engineer an entire button and all the mechanicals behind it and get that to talk to a module. Like it's so much cheaper to make a haptic, touch pad. But also, I think car companies are so hell-bent on offering more and more and more and more. Like, our car does this, our car does this, so come and buy it.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's going to start going backwards, like Slate, this American company that Amazon's behind, this electric car, and if you guys have seen this, it's got wind-up windows.
It's the modular
car. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And I think we might start seeing a bit of a strip-back thing. 911 Carrera T sales are really good.
I love the T.
The T is fantastic.
Unbelievable.
I want to see them go even further. I want to see them come out with a current 911 that has wind-up windows, nothing haptic. Like have a screen for some music and whatnot, but just go super like steel wheels of some.
I still miss
so
reaching
good.
around and doing that.
Yeah.
If I want to chat to someone, there's something really endearing, and it's all. We've talked about this before. Of this, what did you do when you were a kid? You had wind-up windows in your car, and it takes you back to that simpler time. And it's shit and it's hard work, but shit and hard work is.
You don't need microchips. You don't need electrical cables. No. It's going to work every freaking time.
I can fix it.
I've got a great story for you.
Go.
A mate of mine, he's an absolute legend. He is quite successful, but rather than going and buying like a new Porsche Cayenne, he restored, I think it's a 1984 Mitsubishi Sigma wagon. And we're talking full ground up rebuild, like acid dip, the light. To the point that when he got the seats reupholstered, the upholsterer was like, here's these fabrics and leathers, and he literally said, he goes, no, it's got to be the same vinyl that I had to deal with on the backs of my legs in the middle of summer, so my two sons can feel that pain.
Get the burn,
I love that.
He goes, because it'll build resilience in them. So in the middle of summer, those seats, it's like sitting on the sun, and I feel so sorry for his two sons. But they're beautiful kids, and I think it's because I've dealt with the hardship of vinyl seats in summer.
It's character building.
It is.
Justin was telling me that they've bought number plates that Kath had when she was a young car owner, and so they are paying my plates to have a 6-figure configuration that looks like a RMS certified, like as in like a free number plate. Because he wants the nostalgia to go on the bloody Pulsar or whatever it is that they had. I
did that with Morgan's Celica. Morgan's had her dream car, which was a 1998 Toyota Celica called Lola. And the number plate it was her mum's car, and then she bought it off her mum. And the only reason we sold it was because she was doing Sydney to Newcastle a lot, and there was no airbags, no ABS. So it was like, we should at least have ABS. But 470,000 Ks on it, nothing wrong. I said to Jim, I'm like, because we were nearly going to restore it, not that it actually needed restoring. And I took it to Jim going, all right, so mechanically, like, what am I up for here? And he's like, there's nothing wrong with it, man. I'm like, it's got 473,000 Ks. He's like, dude, like, the compression test is perfect. I threw a scope down. There's nothing wrong. This engine is bulletproof. In that time, it had, I think, a new alternator and obviously the spark plugs, but that was it. I think the alternator was the only thing that went wrong with it. The cooling system was still standard. And I stupidly, we sold it to a friend and then bought it back. And in that process, the plate changed and we didn't have the original plate. And Morgs was a bit upset about not having the original plate. So I did the same. I went to RMS, and got the VOA. I won't say the rest of it, but I got the original number plate back on that car.
You could ask Service New South Wales for.
It was like a custom plate, but it was funny because the chick was like,
You don't have to pay 170.
no, it wasn't like the $500 a year.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, it was still the same like 3 letters
Configuration,
same configuration. So there wasn't like an extra cost. It was like a premium plate.
Yeah.
But she was like, oh yeah, she was like, I've been working here for a while and I've never had to do a custom plate.
That looks like a normal plate.
That isn't like someone's name deciphered in letters.
Yeah,
which is great.
That's so
the things
good.
you do for like
Car guys are
nostalgia.
weird.
That
The
car,
fact that Justin did it as well was so good.
yeah, we're weird like that.
Good thing you guys are in the trade, you know. Like I think you've got to care.
Yeah.
We wouldn't do this if we didn't care.
No.
Like there's no reason to do this
No.
other than like, yeah, I like it.
Oh,
Cars are cool and people are better.
Yeah,
That's the best part.
and when you get that combination right between the two, like I'm not just saying this because of the cars we borrow, but Sam and I, we shoot 2 cars a week, and every owner is wonderful. Like I've become genuine friends with so many of the owners of the cars we've shot because they're just great humans, and we just connect. And the first one is this guy Vince. There was a Kia Stinger GT that we had, and Vince is just actually reminding myself I've got to call him. He is a beautiful, beautiful human. Just I'm honoured to be mates with him, and we met through filming his car.
Well, we only a couple of months ago went to the wedding of people we met through here.
Really?
Yeah, and it's
No
just
way.
like this business only been going 4 years, and
So good.
and he's one of many people that we've become great friends with. But to the point where
That's
go to
right.
their wedding and celebrate a key part of their life,
And
and
birthdays and like
Yeah, all
family
sorts of
events,
stuff.
And it's like and it sounds mushy.
it is
But it's like-
mushy, but
It's totally mushy.
nice.
And I am mushy, but like that's what is important in this day and age. And again, going into this conversation of like things being disposable and obsolete and all this churn stuff, that's how I feel about the relationships as well. It's like we need to take care of stuff. We
Absolutely.
need to take care of people and take care of stuff.
And we've
I
got customers that don't have their cars with us anymore. They still come and drop in every few months.
So great. Hey?
drop
They
off
just-
a loaf of bread. Or
Yeah,
like,
yeah, they just come in for a chat. They pull up out front, like, hey,
Yeah.
what are you doing here, man? He's like, oh, I was in the area when I come see how
and
you going.
They go, oh,
So good.
I'm
That's
so
so
sorry.
great.
I've got to get the car out. I've got space at home. I'm really gonna miss being. I was like, I'd rather you have the car at home too. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like try and take your money for no reason. It's like that doesn't make any sense. But we're gonna miss you, and it's
It's
lovely.
so great. But again, that's what I think. That's what I love about working in this car industry. And actually, again, it's a really nice thing of not doing new cars because we're dealing with people in their cars. It's so nice to sort of see that this car represents this person, and it's been their dream car or whatnot, or it's just their daily driver. Like we're filming a Honda Accord tomorrow, and it's the CU2, so it's the second generation Accord Euro. And the guy bought it off, one owner. And apparently when he bought the car, the owner was nearly in tears because it was their special car and it's in beautiful condition. But even like just talking to him about that car, and it's a Honda Accord Euro. It's nothing special. But it is special. This is special to the original owner, and it's special to this guy, and it deserves that respect.
My mum's still got her 2004 Accord Euro that she's bought, and she's just treated herself to a new RAV4 hybrid.
Good choice.
Lady, and she has bestowed me that Accord Euro because she cannot bring herself to sell it.
No, it's
She's
great.
full Honda service history, all the stamps, like
Wow.
unnecessary amounts of like money spent on servicing that thing.
Yeah.
She's like, I just can't hand it off for 5-6 grand to some nuff who's gonna trash it,
Yeah.
put tools in the back and stuff. So she's like, you have it
Dude,
because
they
you'll
are-
take care of it. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
And appreciate it.
Yeah, that's such a good car, man. They are so
I was
good.
like, "Mum, the engine's probably worth
Tuck
like
it away,
a few
Joshy.
grand."
Tuck
Yeah.
it away, mate.
She's like, don't tell me it's an investment. I was like, it's not an investment.
Is it
You never know.
manual or auto?
Auto.
Okay,
Auto.
yeah.
But I learned to drive on that thing.
Dude,
Yeah.
they are a seriously great car. The one we shot one. That's the first gen, isn't it? Yeah.
Still look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know who that designer was. Because he did the
don't
HRV, he
recall.
did the Prelude, 5th gen Prelude, he did that.
Yeah.
He did,
It was a good time for Honda.
yeah, I can't pronounce his name, but he's never as celebrated as, any of the big car designers out there.
Still made good
but,
shit.
Man,
Yeah.
and it's timeless stuff.
S2000?
I don't know if he did. I don't know if he did S2000.
Right.
I think at Honda at the time there were 3 or 4 major designers, and this one guy was responsible for that kind of. It's like the HRV and
square
the Prelude,
stuff.
that kind of square,
Yeah.
wide, low.
Mm.
Yeah, so
The
good.
HRV was progressive.
Yeah,
Super
even now,
progressive.
yeah.
Like looked good at the time and has aged. So anyway, we're getting poetic
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Hondas now. I
Wait
mean,
till Justin ordered the wheels for it yesterday. So wait till the new
mega.
wheels are on and the tires, and it's going to look sick.
Keeping this language alive. What's your dream car? Like I think it's a really shitty broad question, but I think like I don't know the answer to. Actually, no, I think I do know the answer.
I think like if obviously like all of us, this changes every 15 to 30 seconds.
Yes.
No, I know.
Are we talking like, okay, you've got one car garage or are we talking
what are you going to buy today? What's the thing that's on your pedestal today?
If I came into a big sum of money, I would love to get the Carlos Sainz Toyota Celica GT4, the Group A one.
What color?
White.
Yeah.
And I would swap in GR Yaris running gear, or when the
So
new
the resto mod.
when the 4-cylinder comes out in the GR Corolla, that's moments away. I'll go that new 4-cylinder running gear in a Celica GT4, and I'd have the OZ rims on it.
Yeah.
It would be
Red and white.
full tarmac
Flaps.
spec, 90s Juha Kankkunen, Didier Auriol, Carlos Sainz edition. Celica GT4.
Yeah.
Love that car.
What a combo.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah, I am flip-flopping every given Sunday. But the one thing I keep coming back to is like an EK9R.
Oh yeah.
Civic.
Have you driven one?
No.
Dude,
just like slowly out there.
Oh,
but
no.
I haven't wrung its neck out
Yeah.
before. No. I've driven a DC2 Integra, which I imagine is probably pretty.
Did I ever tell you about my DC2 Integra? This is a great story. I don't know if very few people know about this, but in 2000 into 2001, Honda were going to do a one-make race series. And they went to Mugen and they ordered 12 race prepped Integra Type Rs. And it was going to be sponsored by Aussie Home Loans, Aussie John. Anyway, the cars were built, they landed in Melbourne, and around the same time, sponsors pulled out. So the race series never went ahead. It was going to be like a precursor, or it was kind of around the GTP production series at the time. Anyway, those 12 cars, 6 of them got turned into road cars and 6 remained full race cars. I think 2 ended up in the GTP production series. 1 became the Indy 500 pace car on the Gold Coast. 1 went to Tiger Tasmania. I managed to buy 1 of the 6 road cars. It took me forever to find this car, right? I was on the hunt from 2001. I can't remember when I bought it, but many years later. And I bought it pretty much at the bottom of the market when they were worth nothing. And one of my best mates, Easton, had a yellow Aussie delivered Type R, and we shouldn't say this, but went, road racing one day.
In Mexico.
And my gear in Mexico, we shipped them to Mexico.
Yeah.
we closed the road. And my gear ratios are different. It had a terrible steering lock versus his car. Even less sound deadening. And it had like a full fire extinguisher system in it. It had black Recaros, not the red Recaros that they all came with, unless it was the yellow one, but it had yellow Recaros. Shouldn't know that. But yeah, so I had this 1 of 6 road cars. And I should have held on to it, but I had to sell it because I was using it for gigs. I was having like drum kit in the back or my DJ gear in the back. And I was putting too many Ks on it. I'm like, look, this is ridiculous. And also nightmare of a car to live with, but very special to drive quickly. Did a few track days in it. Anyway, sold it to a guy and I made really good money on it. Then I found out that he then sold it to someone else for even way more money. I think it was in the $60,000 range because it's so rare. Because I had all the paperwork. I had all the documentation signed from the CEO of Honda Australia at the time. The whole lot. Had all the documentation. So I think now it might be with a collector somewhere, but that was a very, very special car. A very special
The one
thing.
that got away.
Yeah. The diff in it, you could you'd jump on the gas, like as you're entering a roundabout, let's say making a 90-degree, right-hander, jump on it, I don't know, it's the first maybe a quarter in, and you could almost feel the car wanting
Pulling
to
you
oversteer out of the corner because the front was ripping it round so hard. It's such a great car. So good.
Another day, mate.
Oh
You'll get
man,
there.
one day.
The things you have to sell along the way. They're the
so
worst.
good.
Well, it's probably time that we wrap up, my friend.
Done.
But
What's next for ReDriven?
yeah,
Let's wrap up on that. What's
Okay,
your future look like?
Actually, this is where you guys can probably come in. So we're going to start. At the moment, we have mainly 2 formats. So we do our car reviews, and we do when Jim and I sit down and have a chat, and we talk about the best SUVs you can buy for under 50 grand,
And the worst.
whatever happened, whatever the topic is, and the worst. we're going to start a third format, which will be kind of an icon series. So the first one booked in is a Citroen DS. So Jim and I have never been on camera together reviewing a car. We've only been on camera together doing these chats. So we're just literally going to get a DS. We've already got it organized. And we're going to talk about what made it so special, why it was so iconic. Also talk about, if you are in the market, look at the hydraulic systems, look at this. So it's still a bit of a buyer's guide, but more of a celebration piece.
Yep.
So we want to have everything from, been offered an LFA. So there's a bunch of cars, old and new, that we want to do this kind of icon series. So that's the next one. And yeah, we're looking at doing just trying to change the format up a little bit, keep it sort of fresh and
shake it up.
Yeah. And then with the website and the business side, there's heaps going on there, but that's a work in progress at the moment.
Yeah. Silent stuff.
Yeah. I'd love to tell you. I don't even know.
We're like back end.
We haven't decided what we're actually doing with it. The .com's gone through some different evolutions, and we're just trying to work out. How do we serve consumers? Like, what's something we can bring to the market that's going to make life easier for everybody?
Yeah.
And hopefully still, pay for itself, and maybe make us enough so I can buy that Celica.
That's it.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing, and where can people find you?
YouTube, ReDriven.
Yep.
ReDriven.com. ReDriven on all the socials, TikTok, Instagram. Yeah, just Google ReDriven.
Figure it out. Yeah, ReDriven. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, brother.
Mate,
Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, mate. Loved it.
Thank you.
Mate, pleasure. Thank you very much for coming.
Cheers, man.
Are we meant to wrap this thing up to ourselves?
Yeah. Well, no one else is
find
going
us
to do it.
at stash.group. What's our YouTube channel?
You're the host.
I don't know. You can find us at www.stash.group. Storage detailing, anything in between. We're here to help. Rock
Talking
on.
shift.
Amazing. That was great.
We don't know what we're doing.
That was great. It was awesome.